Greetings friends, it's Ramos here, and Samira's gameplay trailer was just revealed with a showcase of all of her abilities, and goddamn she's interesting and will be quite hard to play, but looks super fun. So after some nicely done cutscenes with a nicely looking model, I wish the in-game model were so high poly count, we get to see her abilities, and like we knew from her early PvE update of her, we can tell all of her abilities and explain what they can do. So first we see her Q, that we know can work as a ranged or melee ability depending on the range, first shooting Aatrox with the ranged part of it, then being closer up, uses the closed ranged side of this ability on Kayn and Galio, and if casted during her E, Wild Rush, she strikes every enemy in her path, and this ability can also crit for 25% bonus damage. Next up we see her E, the Wild Rush, dashes through an enemy or ally, slashing enemies she passes through for damage and gaining attack speed for a few seconds. We later see her use this on Morgana, as it's usable on allies as well, and gaining a burst of attack speed. Like I suspected, she can use ranged or melee auto attacks as well based on her range to the target, and if she kills a champion, this ability's cooldown is refreshed. Then we see her W, the Blade Whirl, slashing around her, damaging enemies twice and destroying enemy missiles that enter the area, like Twisted Fate's stun card not going through over there. And then in all this time we see down there her combo building bar, so when she's using an attack or ability unique to her previous attack, she builds a style point, and when getting to S, she can use her ultimate, so she needs to build this up 6 times. Her ultimate has only 3 seconds cooldown, so it's not a matter of waiting to get the ult cooldown back and using it, but to build up combos as fast and as soon as possible and using it as many times as you can, especially in late game teamfights. Plus she also gains movement speed bonuses for each grade, and her melee ranged auto attacks deal additional magic damage increased based on the target's missing health, so it's better to attack them from up close at least to finish them off, then reset the E and get out. She's kinda like an AD carry Katarina. Also, her attacks against enemies that are immobilized knock them up and deal damage over 6 separate attacks. Samira also dashes into range against targets slightly outside her attack range. And we see a lot of good combos. You need to vary your auto attacks and abilities so that they don't do the same attacks twice in a row to build up the combo up to S. And then, finally reaching S, we see her cast the ultimate, Inferno Trigger, unleashing a torrent of shots at all enemies around her 10 times over 2 seconds. Each shot dealing damage and lifesteal, plus each shot can crit, so this NQ will make her really good for going to 100% crit. We see her use the ultimate twice in the last teamfight, so she's going to be really good if mastered, though she will be pretty hard. Not as complicated as Aphelios, but you'll need good reactions and timing for her abilities to chain them well. And that's it for Samira. We'll get her next week on the PvE when I'll do the full in-game spotlight. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe or I will shoot you in the nose, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.